today we'll be making an adorable fall deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have 21-inch long deco mesh, and I also have 6-inch long deco mesh. You do have the option of using 10-inch long deco mesh if you choose to do so. I've used all sizes. I will link videos in the description box down below showing you the different sizes I've used. This adorable little sign for the center. And this time I'm actually using a wreath ring that already has the stems attached, but several times I attach my own stems, so I will link videos in the description box down below showing you how I do that and which method you prefer. Scissors and a rotary cutter and a hot glue gun. Alright, let's get started. So we're going to place our 21-inch mesh. Before I do that, I like to raise all of my stems, just because it makes the mesh placing process so much easier. I do have a video showing you how to place your own stems on a plain wreath ring if you choose to do so. I do both. Sometimes I use this wreath ring and sometimes I place them myself. Alright, so now I'm going to take my mesh. And you can double up on the mesh. I usually don't when it's the 21-inch because it makes a pretty thick wreath. But if you want it like thicker and fuller, then you can still double up the 21-inch mesh. It's up to you. So I'm going to start on the outer ring, and I've already curled my mesh to a nice little point. And I'm going to place it on the outer ring and twist it a couple of times. Then I'm going to make a nice little poof and place it on the next outer stem. And with the poofs, I'm going to try and make them as uniform as possible, just to make the wreath look nicer and uniform. Okay, another poof, and place it in the next stem. And I'm just going to repeat this step all the way around the outer ring. So coming back around, I'm at my first stem. I'm just going to connect them. So it's a continuous circle of poofs. And you can continue on the inner ring from here, or you can cut the mesh and start over on the inner ring. This time I'm going to just cut the mesh and start over on the inner ring. So cut it and just kind of tuck it away. And I'm going to repeat the same steps on the inner ring. Again, trying to make your poofs as uniform as possible, but if they're not the exact same, it's not a huge deal. Okay, so I'm just kind of separating and fluffing out my poofs. So now we're going to add mesh to each of our stems. So I have cut all of my mesh into 8-inch long pieces. What I'm going to do is take my mesh and roll it at a diagonal. And I'm going to do this with all 4 colors, crisscrossing them one on top of the other. And I like to crisscross them so that all colors are visible and nothing is covered up by another color. Then I'm going to scrunch it. Pick a stem. I like to start with the inner stem. Place my mesh, twist it a couple of times, and then tuck it away. Then you can kind of flare out and adjust and maneuver your mesh after that. And I'm going to do this for all of my stems, but I am going to change the color order. I like to do that just to kind of mix it up a little bit and make it more fun and colorful. So this is a completely different looking bundle, and then I'm going to scrunch it and place it in the next stem. Twist it a couple of times and then tuck away the stem. And I'm going to repeat this step all the way around my ring. You can add more bundles, fewer bundles, you can add a ribbon, burlap, whatever you prefer. Alright, so I have all of my mesh in place. It looks so cute and poofy already. You can definitely add more mesh. I decided to only add a couple of pieces of mesh to my outer stems because it was already so poofy, but you can definitely add more if you choose to do so. But I thought this was so cute and precious already. Again, add more or less, whatever you prefer. Now, I think the wreath looks adorable like this. Several times I do leave the wreath like this. It looks so cute and precious. But this time I'm going to add this adorable little sign to the center, just for a nice finishing touch. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the top little hanger. Flip my sign over. Take 2 stems, twist them together to form one long stem for the top and one for the bottom. And then I'm going to hot glue them in place. Just like that. And we're going to place it in the center of our wreath. What I like to do prior to placing it is kind of push the mesh outward, so that my sign isn't covering up too much of the mesh. And I kind of fit it snugly in place. Just like that. And then I'm going to push the mesh aside and find my actual wreath ring and twist my stem to the actual wreath ring a couple of times just to make sure it's nice and secure. Just like that. And then replace my mesh. I'm going to repeat this step for all 4 stems. I'm just maneuvering and adjusting and fluffing up my mesh, making sure I don't have any gaps or spaces. All right, and you are all done. It's so cute, simple, and easy to make. Modify the colors, the style to fit your theme. You can also add in any additional embellishments. You can add in pumpkins or leaves or ribbon, whatever you prefer. Just have fun with it and make it your own. But it's so cute, simple, and easy to make.